Hey guys, how you doing? This is Isamu here, and I got Paul. What's up, Paul?
How you doing, brother?
All right, today is Monday, and there's some news regarding this asteroid that's supposed to come to Earth. Pretty big one, just like the ones we had last year, but this one's called DA14, and it's coming close to the Earth, I believe in February 13th. Very close. What you got, brother?
Well, I just got a little article on it. We'll start it off with this article. It says, if you can go to that next clip showing the crisis boom, where it has the article on it. It says, newly discovered asteroid will not annihilate the Earth. The panic-inducing asteroid catchily named 2012 DA14 will not obliterate all life on Earth when it swings very close by in 2013, but it might do the next time it pops around. You know, just a quick note, everybody. The scientists, they say one thing and then they're not quite sure, but you never know. This world could end any day. Nobody knows when it's going to happen. Anyway, the European Space Agency said today that although the space rock will miss our planet this time, it won't be by much, which goes to show how important it is for folks to be watching the sky. And if you look to your left right there, of the paragraphs that I'm about to read, you'll see what's going on with the asteroid, a close approach to the Earth on February 15, 2013. The asteroid is due to whiz by a distance of about 24,000 kilometers, closer than many commercial satellites. Will be back again soon. It'll be back in soon. A preliminary orbit, the calculation shows that 2012 DA14 is a very Earth-like with a period of 24 days. Just one more day than our terrestrial year, and it jumps inside and outside of the path of the Earth 2 times per year, said Jamie North, one of the discoveries of the rock. The asteroid was spotted by the La Sagra Sky Survey Observatory in Spain in February. So, I mean, if you look to the left, you see where that arrow, that green arrow, and where that line is, that long line, that white line that comes down. Then you see Earth right over to the left, where that's where they figured it could hit. But you never know. It could be right almost to less than if you look on this map, less than an eighth of an inch touching the Earth. You never know. It could be way out, farther than what they say, or it could be close. So this is something that, like they say, to keep your eyes on. And I think you got a clip, don't you, brother, about what the news is talking about?
Yeah. This is on Fox. No, I'm sorry. On one of the news, explaining about that too. So here you go.
You'll be hearing a lot about this next item over the next 11 months, but astronomers have identified a new asteroid about 150 feet across, which is headed our way and may come so close to Earth that it will pass between us and the satellites orbiting in space above us. There's some debate in the scientific community about whether a direct hit is even possible. Most steadfastly say no. This is called 2012 DA14. They say this will be the closest pass of an asteroid in the history of tracking such things. And again, while this pass is supposed to miss us, I say there's nothing wrong with making sure your affairs are in order. Up next here.
One thing he said that kind of makes me leery, he said the experts say that whatever NASA said, it won't hit us. All of them, brother, they all say they're not going to hit us. And even when they said Comet Edelin, they said it's not going to hit us. It's so da-da-da. And then they said U-55 is going to come very close, but it's not going to hit us. And then there was another one that came really scraping by not too long. It happened so fast that we couldn't figure it out. But when they say that, it's coming by, the first thing when I look at, brother, when they say is that it's not going to hit us, of course they're going to say that. They're not going to say, oh, this asteroid is going to come by and it's going to hit da-da-da parts of United States or parts of the world. They're not going to say that. But now they're saying that.
If they did say that, it'd be such a mass panic.
Right, exactly. But did you notice
In other words, they don't say nothing about it, and if it hits, oh well.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know if you people heard that, but I mean, that's one thing that puts a big red flag on me is that they said it's coming pretty close, and then when he said toward the end, it says that the experts say there's nothing wrong with being prepared. Now, why would he say that if they're so sure that it's not going to come hit the planet, that it's going to swing by and do a flyby kind of thing, and put the ad saying that, oh, by the way, it's good to be prepared. So that just kind of brings a big red flag on, and I think the whole thing, brother.
Oh, definitely so. I mean, you can't figure it out with these signs. And this is not, and it's they're not really to blame because they don't know either.
Right. Exactly.
So they do.
That's right.
And that's why my thought is this is why we got to get closer and closer to God. Not that we're saving our tail, but knows that there's a Creator out there that loves us and cares about us,
right.
And He wants to be a part of our lives, and He wants us to get our act together before He comes. And it's simple. All we have to do is ask Him into our heart, believe that He died on the cross, ask Him into our heart, and believe that He forgives our sins, and ask Him to come and live in our lives and be with us. Bottom line, that's what He wants from us. He wants us to turn to Him and say, hey, you screwed up, so just tell me about it, and we'll work it out from there.
Right. That's true. That's true.
Some things nitpick you and say, well, you messed it up here, man. Yeah. Why did you do that? He's not like that.
That's right.
Just where you're at, okay? Just tell me the truth. That's all I ask of you. Be truthful.
That's right.
He's willing to touch your heart right there. Yeah. And make you whole again.
That's right.
So anyway, brother, I think you have something else here, huh?
Yeah.
What was the shot?
Yeah, another video explained exactly what this thing is, and I think it's kind of interesting explaining a little bit more about this asteroid thing.
An asteroid of the same class as one that allegedly detonated over Tunguska River in 1908 will pass by Earth next year, flying closer than some man-made satellites, according to NASA. The asteroid, 2012 DA14, will miss the planet by 26,900 kilometers on February 15, 2013. Which is closer than satellites in the geostationary orbit of 35,700 kilometers, according to data on NASA's website that was published on Sunday. The asteroid, first detected by the Spanish Observatorio Astronómico de la Sagra, is between 40 and 95 meters in diameter and belongs to a hollow group of near-Earth asteroids, many of which are potential collision hazards. Astronomer groups around the world are continuing monitoring 2012 DA14 to determine its size and trajectory. The estimated size of 2012 DA14 places it in the same category as the celestial body that, scientists say, exploded over western Siberia in 1908. Though many theories exist concerning the event on Podkamene at Tunguska River, the leading explanation is a space body more than 50 meters in size blew up in the atmosphere, the blast being at least 1,000 more powerful than the nuclear bomb that destroyed Hiroshima in 1945.
Wow. Wow, that I like that video because it explains a little bit more about it. And for you people out there, it's a NASA asteroid 2012 DA14 with a diameter about 50 meters, and it was discovered by a Spanish astronomer on Thursday of February the 23rd. And the video was by Cosmo TV, and you can look that up, but it explains a little bit more about that. But they did say, brother, that if it did hit, it'd be like more than the Hiroshima bombs that were set off. So,
that brings me to a point here. I know the next flick you're going to show two, they're still photos. And could it be possibly, everybody, that an asteroid like this could hit somewhere throughout the world, or even in our own backyard. And what kind of explosion would this look like? And what would be the aftermath of that explosion?
Hmm.
So, brother, can you show that shot of those two shots?
Yes.
One of the. Tell me when you're there, because I have no idea. I can't tell when you're there.
So if an asteroid did hit, it would look something like this, as you can see.
Cloud?
Yeah. This is
this
actually...
right here. Look at this cloud. It's enormous. I mean, that's just a small, photo. If you're on ground zero near it, well, you'd probably be consumed by it. But just look at that. And then I think my brother will take you to the next shot.
Yeah. This one's a shot. This would be the aftermath of
this here is supposedly, this is what could happen, people. It's not what's happening now. It's what could happen. And this looks like Washington, the U.S. Capitol. This could be the aftermath in your state or your country or your city. And then that leads us, now that we've seen those shots, do you have anything to say, brother?
No, I just think this is the Bible talks about wormwood and how this would be sort of.
It's in Revelations chapter 10. It says, and it's verse 8, and it says this: "Then the voice that I heard from heaven spoke to me again, saying, Go take the scroll that is open in the hand of the angel who is standing on the sea and on the land." So I went to the angel and told him to give me the little scroll. And he said to me, "Take it and eat it. It will be bitter to your stomach, but sweet as honey in your mouth." So I took the little scroll from the hand of the angel and ate it. It was sweet as honey in my mouth, but when I had eaten it, my stomach was made bitter. Then they said to me, "You must prophesy again about many peoples and nations and languages to kings." And I'm just wondering if the angels are standing near this asteroid. I'm wondering if the scroll is going to be poured out upon us. And I'm not just saying the United States. I'm talking about the world. This is beyond just This is beyond just the United States, people. This is about everybody in the world. We can't be so arrogant to say this is just going to happen to the United States. This is for everybody concerned. I don't want to see any of this happen. And I'm looking for the worst to happen to anybody throughout the world. But these things in the last day are going to take place.
Wow. Wow. All these things, the Bible said it's going to come to pass, and it's going to come to pass. So
if you just see different things happen, like look at our food supply, how diseased with the pink slime and thrown in hamburgers and meat and what have you, and different pestilence that's hitting the earth nowadays. It's more than it's ever been. We've always had kind of pestilence, but not as bad as it's pushing right now. People out of jobs, relationships failing, people have married for 40, 50 years, getting divorces, children going out in the street killing people, using 8 years old, using an Uzi gun, shooting people down, stabbing people at school, people robbing people's places. These are things that are just picking up more and more and more. I don't know when the Lord's coming back. My brother doesn't know when the Lord's coming back, but he's coming back soon. And he's coming back, but not to pat you on the back. He's coming back with a vengeance to clean up. He needs to clean up and take his people up and leave the rest behind. So if you've got money or a house or a relationship, or if it's not It's putting that before God. Step number one. Just check your heart today. Check your heart and see where you are with Him. Are you lined up with Him? Are you lined up with yourself in the world? You got to take sides. There's an old song by Bob Dylan. You got to serve somebody. You might be the devil. Might be God, but you got to serve somebody. Who you serving? Got anything to say, bro?
Not much, but I mean, that's pretty much it. You know, with all the earthquakes happening and the stuff that's happening in Israel, you know, and you know, brother, before we went on the air, we're talking about somebody that mentioned about what would come first, Armageddon or the meteor, you know, wormwood. And I looked in the scriptures that says that wormwood would come first before the Armageddon. But you know what? We're so close to both of them. I mean, we have this one they say that's going to be coming now. We had one last year that came by. But you know, it's kind of weird, brother, is that when Comet Allen happened, everybody's you know, looking and worried about this one coming, and then they kind of like went, that's gone. And then all of a sudden there was another one that came up, you know, and now this other one now it's coming up in February, not too long from now. And then you have Armageddon almost happening in the Middle East. You know, it seems like one after another just happening on that. And it's either the...
Haven't there been a lot of earthquakes over by Iran and Turkey right now?
Yeah, there's been tons of earthquake happening down there as well, brother. I mean, it's crazy. It's, I mean, a lot of stuff, you know, and we just need to get ready. I mean, it's really bad, brother. You know, it just seems like could this maybe the Mayan calendar is right. Maybe these things are happening. I don't know. Some believe that the world is going to end.
I know one thing. We got to start getting back to the basics. And what I mean by getting back to the basics, you know, when Jesus left here, you know, and this is not to preach, it's coming to my heart and I got to say it. And I do say this often because there's something that's like my banter that he's always gave me was to love the two greatest commandments, to love him with all our heart, soul, mind, and spirit and strength, and to love our neighbor as ourselves. Because when you get to heaven, you're going to have to love your brother and your sister like yourself. So we got to do it down here. We got to have a dress rehearsal down here. So we need to do that down here. And that's a simple thing. Just encourage somebody that's over there hurting. It's not people going through divorces right now. I mean, they're really hurting. There's men and women out there that have been cheated on, or and that, you know, and for whatever reason, and nobody deserves that. Nobody deserves to be cheated on or hurt that way. Nobody deserves to be hit or abused or any of those things. But this is how mankind is. You know, even in the church, you know, the church as a whole, they're ready to kill their own if they get half the chance. They'll not kill in the respect of killing someone with a bullet or a knife. I'm talking about hurtful things they say to one another. Wounding somebody where they never want to come back to church again because of what they've been told by people that have been going to church for a long time. We got to watch our tongue. It can make us or break us. And God's looking at our tongue when we're speaking. So that's all I have to say.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Father, I just lift everybody out there to you today, and I just ask that you have mercy on the people that are repenting to you right now, that are asking your forgiveness for doing things that they've done to hurt other people and hurt themselves. Father, I just ask that you would help them. That you, and the Lord just showing me right now. I spoke to my brother about this earlier today, but the Lord has been showing me stuff. He's been showing me, but He's showing me hands all over the world with shackles on them. They're like handcuffs and they're shackles. And maybe it's because somebody hurt them when they were younger, or somebody hurt them along the way. So then they retaliated by hurting other people out. And the Lord's showing me that He's ready to break these shackles. All He wants you to do is look up to Him and ask Him forgiveness. Just put that tear in your eye to show Him that you really mean it. Not fake tears, a real tear from your eye. And the Lord's just showing me when you hold your hands up there, He's just breaking the shackles like that. He's showing me that by putting these two arms, there's invisible shackles that you have around your heart. He's breaking them off and releasing. Just releasing everything. But all He wants in return is for you just to confess and say, I blew it. I blew it. But when you do that, He turns to you and breaks those shackles. He's just showing me a vision right now. There's thousands and thousands and thousands of people with those shackles on their wrists.